Hi, welcome to a demonstration of a project I deployed with Common Computer on their Ionize platform. This project is called People's Thoughts. I'm going to show you a little bit about the project, how it works, how to use it, and then I'll dive into the back end a little bit to show you guys what's going on underneath. And then I'll show you the models used in making this program. So when you click on the link, I'll put the link in the description. This is where you'll land. Looks just like this. And so Will Smith is just there as an example of what you could search. You can type in whatever you want. I'm going to give you some examples of how this works. So I'm going to search Johnny Depp. Kind of similar to Will Smith, a little more recent, trending and controversial. And that's kind of where this program excels. And generally trending or recent news. Anything trending or recent, this program innately excels in that area. And I'll tell you a little bit about why in a second. So you search whatever you want, and you get a quick summary of the most recent 100 tweets. And so Johnny Depp is accused of domestic violence against Amber Heard. Depp's lawyers are trying to clear his name over the allegations. Some of the people siding with Depp are using blatant misogyny to defend him. Amber Heard will be sentenced in June. So let's take a look at the at the sentiment classifications. So what this does is it classifies the sentiment of the same thing, just as the summary did. Classifies the sentiment of the past 100 tweets. The summarizer will summarize the past 100 tweets. And so here is the sentiment of those 100 tweets. And so we have anger leading off, fear, and disgust. And of course, you have joy way on the far end. And so this program is good at getting a feel for recent trending topics. And so there's something that just happened or something you're interested in that's recent. It doesn't have to be recent, but it excels at recent news because it pulls the 100 most recent tweets. So let's try another example. My mom tried Roe v. Wade the other day. So let's type in whatever you want, click submit, and let's get a summary and sentiment for Roe v. Wade. And again, the summary is not necessarily factual, because remember, this is from Twitter, and so this is what people are saying about the topic on Twitter. So keep that in mind when you're using it. So the output can sometimes be a little controversial, especially when you're searching controversial topics. But it doesn't have to be anything, controversial. Like the other day, I typed in stocks and the date just to get a feel for what was going on in the stock market that day. So it can also be used for things like that. Roe v. Wade is going to be overturned by Supreme Court. There are plenty of states who will legislate to support abortion choice. Democrats support reproductive rights and won't stop fighting for those rights, even with Roe v. Wade being overturned. 80% of the population doesn't want it changed. Half Republican voters support Roe v. Wade. So I didn't even know it was overturned. I'm actually going to Google it after to make sure of that. But this is what people are saying on Twitter. So this is what people, if it isn't true, this is at least what people are thinking and saying on Twitter. And so let's head down to the classification. And so largely neutral, and I get that because the words are largely neutral. And I'm glad it is neutral because it is a highly controversial topic and people support different sides of it. And of course you have some anger and disgust in there, which I'm not going to get into. So if you want to try the program, it takes about 10 seconds to load. Try the link in the description, hop over here, and if there's anything that just happened or anything you want to learn about, you can type in anything general as well. My girlfriend typed in equestrian the other day just to get a feel for what was going on in the equestrian realm recently. So you can type in whatever you want. You can type in, paddleboarding, skateboarding, and it'll just tell you what's happening in that space. So let's head over and look at the code. I'm going to show you the the front end. The front end first. So if you head over to my GitHub, Jonathan Lamkin, inside my repository Common Computer. The front end code is inside of main.py. And so I'm using Streamlit for the front end, and all this code really does is send up all the processing, which has been done in the back end, to the Streamlit front end. So let's head over to the actual back end where most of the work is being done. So in the repository Common Computer backend is where you'll find the backend code. And I'm not going to go through all of this code. I'm just going to give a quick rundown. So generally what's happening here is we're pulling in the tweets right here. We do a little bit of cleaning in here, and then we summarize it. We classify the sentiments, and then we send that up through Flask to then be pulled in and shown using Streamlit. So this script uses Hugging Face, two Hugging Face deep learning NLP models, BART and BERT. Uses PyTorch, uses NVIDIA CUDA, and it uses Docker. So if you're interested, come and take a look. And if you have some experience with Flask and Docker and you're interested in deploying an app on the front end, Common Computer's Ionize platform is a pretty straightforward process. So definitely look into that as well. So let's go take a look at the models. So you have BART here for the summarization. This is a pre-trained BART model that I used. It's not very popular. I'm glad I found it, and this supports multi-class sentiment classification. And if you can use it pre-trained, or you can fine-tune it and train it additionally. And then for the sentiment, I'm using a distilled BERT model here. This is the exact model I used. If you don't know what Hugging Face is, it's a pretty cool place if you're interested in software engineering or artificial intelligence. Definitely check out Hugging Face. And then my blog, this is a blog post here that goes a little more in depth about exactly how to use the program, and talks a little bit more about my experience using Common Computer's Ionize platform. So thank you very much, guys, and I hope that you guys try out the program, and I hope you like it. I hope it helps you learn a little bit about trending and recent events or anything you're interested in. Thank you, and have a good day.